I'm from northern Indiana, and different experiences growing up kind of shaped my vision and dream for medicine and ministering through that. There was a teacher who was influential in that. I think I was in 5th or 6th grade at the time and hadn't thought about it much, but she really encouraged my desire to be a doctor at that time. As I got older, God continued to do a work in my life and gave me a vision for missions, particularly third world clinical setting. Had a pastor who had some done work here at Faith Builders and knew somewhat of what Faith Builders was about, and encouraged checking into it. So I find myself here as one step in becoming a doctor, and finding that here in my 2nd year that it has been a very good opportunity, and looks like transfer options are working out really well for me at this point.
Braden, as you talk about your desires and your story, it just strikes me again how what you're describing is precisely one of the facets of why we started Faith Builders. We really have an interest in providing an opportunity for young people that have career goals but are interested in really pursuing them as a Christian and as an Anabaptist Christian. What we want to do is to offer the general education requirements, things like philosophy, world literature, world history, the kind of humanities, general ed courses that almost every kind of discipline requires. So we want to offer that, but we want to offer it in a way that is distinctly Christian. We really want to cultivate a Christ-centered biblical understanding in those areas. Those are the subject areas in which a lot of our young people get tripped up in college. And so if we can ask the tough questions here in a faith-friendly atmosphere, we think it will remove something of the power of those questions to be a problem.
Actually, just this past weekend, being home for break, I was talking with my cousin about her college experience, and her gen ed's experience was very different than mine, and very much not connecting, sit in the back of the class sort of thing, and not really growing out of this. And I kind of cringed my forehead. I'm like, my experience hasn't been like that. It's given me eyes to see things that I couldn't see before. I think of science, different things. It's given me even just a structure to think about things that I didn't have before, and seeing their connection to God and to the kingdom of God. Coming here, it was a step to become a doctor.
Yeah.
And after having experienced a significant amount of the time here, I'm realizing that it developed me in ways I never knew I could develop. You can approach science and different things from a Christian worldview where it makes sense in the understanding of Christianity.
There's the realm of beliefs and values, which you referred to, and then there's the realm of relationships, which you also talked about. And so the advice I would have for a person that's thinking about school is to give some thought to both of those. First of all, what are my beliefs and values? And the fact is that college changes us. It will cause us to wrestle in those realms. What is it that I really think? What is it I really believe? But equally, and perhaps even more significantly, is being grounded relationally. Because we tend to move toward the people who we enjoy being with the most. And so to actually have made some commitments about who are the people that I want to, when I'm done with my college years, who do I want to be like? Who are the people I want to be with? But recognizing that college will deeply change you. That's part of the reason you're going to college, because you want something that you don't currently have.
Prior to coming here, I had a lot of questions about college. I still do. A lot of fears, and not by any means feeling like I have it figured out. The structure and the development I have received, I think, is going to be very helpful. And so to just go out there and assume that I know I'm solid in my beliefs, and to just rush into things and go into an environment that's going to be very challenging, to me seems like not a good idea. And not saying that someone can't come out of high school and go into college effectively, but to take focus time to look at Anabaptism for one, and saying what values do I have here being a part of a community like this, and really seeing some of those things and getting that structure before putting yourself in positions that have the potential to maybe for you to compromise.